Can you give me a comp for Fernando Mendoza?
Kirk Cousins is kind of who when I'm
Wow.
watching his tape and see in
A
regards to his throwing motion.
a higher end?
Um, that's a tough question to answer because I
Well, he
also
was a
think,
fourth round draft pick. That's why I was saying that this is going to be the number one. Now, granted, there's not a lot of quarterbacks in this draft.
well, hold on. I mean, if Dante Moore comes out, I'm not so sure he's not going to be the number one overall pick. Like I think there's a real argument to be made in his upside, his skill set. He to me, if he came out, would be the purest passer. Meaning when you watch him, I think he's got a stronger arm. I think he layers throws better. I know he's not as experienced. And obviously, he's not the Heisman Trophy winner. And Fernando's had a tremendous year. I'm not taking anything away from
Yeah, but
that.
let's take away the college stuff. Let's look at pro
Right.
potential.
So when I watch the tape of these guys and you're watching the different throws that they're making, I sit there and look at Dante Moore. I said, yeah, that's the guy I probably feel like has the higher upside. And even some of the stuff he does off schedule, even the
Okay, but
stuff he
let me
does
make you
off
Tom
platform.
Brady. You're the GM of the Raiders. You're on the clock, and the picket is in. The Raiders select.
Well, again, Dante Moore hasn't declared. So until he does, I would be Fernando Mendoza. Once he does, I would lean right now, based on my film study on both, probably on Dante Moore.
I like that.
And I know that's gonna be controversial on people, but it's just what I've seen from him. I've sat down, talked to them, and they're both tremendous guys. Like I think they both can be franchise quarterbacks. Like we've got in trouble before because we had a debate over like Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, and it's like both these guys can be franchise quarterbacks. Like they each have a skill set that I think translates. To me, it's more about, okay, if Fernando goes to Las Vegas or if Dante goes to Las Vegas, what are they going to do to help him out? Because that is a team that's devoid of protection, devoid of any playmakers helping him out. I mean, look at Ashton Genty. I think he rushed for, what is it, 1,200 yards, 1,300 yards? Like 1,000 of them were after contact. I mean, it's ridiculous what he had to endure as a running back. So um, both those guys, I think, will probably go 1 and 2 in whatever order the teams see that. But I think the difference for me again is just I think Dante's got a little bigger arm. I think he can create a little bit more. He's less experienced and obviously doesn't have the same type of tape, but um, it's just effortless, man. When you watch him, the way he throws the football. And the one concern I have a little bit for Fernando is they run a bit more of a heavier RPO offense. And so that doesn't translate quite as well to the next level. We always talk about the progression of quarterbacks reading defenses and understanding what they're trying to take away. I think you see a little more NFL throws, more of an NFL style offense from what Dante's asked to do at Oregon, as opposed to maybe what you're seeing from Fernando at IU.